The beauty of camping in Iceland is the freedom to move around and choose locations at a moment's notice, and every time you travel to a different region of Iceland it feels like a fresh start, a new adventure and a new beginning. In this video we're on our way into the Highlands, and our first stop is the breathtaking Hauifoss, a location which I am keen to visit again 1 year later. So I'm so excited to be back at this location. The group's really spread out, so I've just been back there chatting to those guys. I'm going to head much further in this direction away from the waterfall because there's a group over here. And yeah, I love this location. I mean, from a personal point of view, I have one image from this location, one photograph, and I love it. It's fantastic. It's this shot here that you can see. I'm working with the group and I'm looking for compositions myself, because I'd love to get a second image from this location that is different to that one. So that's the challenge. Because I think last time I was here, I was so in awe of the power of the waterfall. I got the beautiful panoramic, the big wide shot. And now, a year later, I want to try and do the complete opposite. That's the challenge I'm setting myself, and that's pretty much what I'm going to try and encourage everyone else to look for as well. So yeah, good exercise. Up now, it's blowing a gale, and I'm really pleased to see that everybody seems to be finding these little compositions that everybody seems to be finding these little compositions that are something different to the grand landscape that you can see here, all these amazing waterfalls. And I myself have managed to find one, but I am having trouble executing the image because of the wind. Let me show you. So, I'm shooting at 200 mil and the wind is blowing directly into my lens, so there's no way for me to shield my lens or the camera from the wind. So the whole camera's constantly vibrating. So I'm trying my best to capture this image. I haven't even told you what the image is yet, I'll show you in a second, but know this, it's very windy, so I'm struggling to get a sharp image. But we have this ginormous waterfall just here, and to the right of that waterfall is a tiny trickle. Do you see that trickle? That trickle is what caught my eye. The sheen and the texture on the black rock with that water streaming down the cliff face just looks beautiful as an abstract image. You'd never know it was taken here. It's caught my eye straight away, and that's the image I'm capturing. I could talk forever about how I've had to up my ISO and I've taken loads of exposures to try and shield from the wind, but it's just, this is hard work right now, hard work filming this. It's just brutal. Iceland is brutal, but I think I've got the image. I think I have a short version of it. I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to put the image on the screen, and yeah, really happy with it, and that will be my only image from this location today. Oh, the Icelandic weather's playing havoc with this tour. You see, this is a camping workshop. The idea being we're free, we're flexible, and go where we want, when we want, avoid the weather. But the weather's changing, and I kid you not, the weather forecast changes every 2 to 3 hours dramatically, and it's messing up our plans big time. Right now we're in the Highlands, the Southern Highlands, and it's beautiful. We are heading to a waterfall, the Red Waterfall, out in the middle of nowhere. It feels like a real wilderness hike, so really happy with the experience that everybody's having. It's early in the day and it's not raining. 2 out of the 3 weather apps we checked said it's not going to rain. One of them said it is going to rain. The south coast is rainy, 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 and yeah, it's just a nightmare. But that's photography, that's Iceland, you know? So we just make the best of it, but everyone's high-spirited and very excited for this waterfall. I can't wait to get there and shoot some lovely images. Yeah. Don't know what else to say. I'm out of puff and I've got about another kilometre to go, so better get cracking and see what wonders await us when we arrive here, because this is a location I have never been to before. So some of this Icelandic terrain is tricky to negotiate. I think there's only one way to do it. That's whoa, sliding down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So we're heading now up to the waterfall. I didn't think it was that good from the viewpoint we were just at. So the whole group have come down the valley back up towards the waterfall, which is just up there. But on the way, a few of us have been distracted, and for very good reason. Because look at this here, this beautiful valley of snow winding and leading up to this amazing mountain range in the distance. We have hills on the left and a fantastic hill just here on the right, which acts as a frame, and it's just so good not to shoot. And even though it's the middle of the day, I think, no, that can't be right, because we didn't get up till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. What time is it? So it's 6:26 in the evening, but in summer Icelandic terms, that means it's middle of the day. All right, whatever, stick with me. So the lighting you wouldn't think is great at this time, but because we have this beautiful cloud cover diffusing all of the light, it just works. I've actually applied a square preview, so a 1:1 preview, because it really simplifies the scene, and I think it works perfectly for what we have in front of us, with the cloud detail, the single hill on the right, the valley of snow, and the obvious subject, which is the mountain range in the distance, with the cloud perfectly situated above it. I've dropped in a 3-stop medium edge graduated filter, and this is great. This is the kind of the images I love. It's simple, there are no distractions, it's different. I would be surprised if I've seen this image shot before, this composition photographed before. That would surprise me. And yeah, I'm also surprised that a lot of the other guys walked past this and didn't see it, but that's the beauty of photography. We all see things differently. So I'm going to grab this image now. F11, I'm shooting about 50mm, ISO 100. And yeah, a great start to another day here in Iceland.
It only seems right to take the group up to one of the Highlands' most impressive viewpoints, the summit of the Blue Mountain. This would be my 5th time here, so I didn't feel the need to film much of the evening. Instead, I enjoyed the hike up, the great company, and the breathtaking views on offer.
So we have now come down from the Big Blue Mountain and we have arrived at the Big Blue volcanic crater. Look at that, perfect reflections, gorgeous turquoise colour. And that mountain there is not shrouded in cloud. And the last couple of times I've been here, it has been shrouded. So the plan is to go up there, photograph this and that and the landscape beyond. Very excited, I've wanted this shot for a couple of years now. Never managed to get it. So yeah, very excited. We've just got to convince some of these people to come up there with me because we've just done a massive hike and everyone's tired and it's currently about 2:15 in the morning, so you know, that's photography for you though.
The hike up and over the volcanic crater started off okay, but as we got higher and higher, the terrain became more challenging. 2 steps forward, 1 step backwards. And added to the fact that we were already tired from our previous hike and feeling sleep deprived, this turned into a challenging ascent. Due to my fatigue, I made a fatal error when documenting my photo shoot. I failed to hit record. Luckily, there wasn't much to explain. I focused my lens to infinity at 16mm, dropped in a 2-stop medium edge graduated filter, and stopped down to f11. It was a beautiful scene and a fairly obvious composition to photograph.
Oh, so yeah, I'm happy with that last image. Heading down now, everyone's going down, the wind's picked up, the temperature's dropped. I don't even know what time, should we have a look? Should we have a look what time it is? Yeah. Okay, it's 3:25 in the morning. Definitely time to go home. I've still got a good hour and a bit drive back to the campsite. But yeah, some food, maybe a beer, and then a sleep. But yeah, what a fantastic day it's been. Love that last thing. In fact, I've really enjoyed all the images I've taken today and the group's taken, and everyone's getting different images. Yeah, it's good. Anyway, I'm gonna go. So thank you so much for watching. Tune in next time as we hit the south coast. And yeah, still not really sure what's happening with the weather, so should be fun. But yeah, until then, bye for now.